One idea can change the world. One step can start a journey. But a prayer can change the impossible to possible. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty God.
We welcome the melodic vocalists of our institution for the soulful singing of the prayer song. Atmosphere they have created. Thank you for your wistful singing, my dear friends.
Yes, we can see that prayer is our powerful contact with the greatest force in the universe.
Tamasoma Jyodil Kamaya.
Let the darkness be conquered by light.
Lighting the lamp is an integral part of Indian culture, which symbolizes the birth of the light of knowledge.
We cordially invite our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Jacob Thomas, our guest of honor, Mrs. Sarah Jacob,
our visionary correspondent Ma,
and our beloved Mataji for lighting the lamp.
Dance is the hidden language of the soul.
Now, we have our dazzling dancers to light up the stage with a welcome dance.
What a marvelous performance.
Thank you, girls. Now let's welcome our assistant school pupil leader, Mahima R, to deliver the welcome speech.
Are made for love. We are made for all the beautiful things that you and I know. We are made to tell the world that there are no outsiders, all are welcome. A splendid morning to everyone gathered here. It gives me, Mahima, immense pleasure to welcome you all to this momentous occasion of SSVM Institution's annual Prize Day. Education is far more than what happens within the four walls of a classroom. Today's children are the future of our country. Brilliant faces that I'm witnessing today, receiving awards and exhibiting their talents, will grow up and definitely be the citizens of our beloved nation tomorrow. They may grow to achieve great success, name and fame, as well as high human values. We all have gathered here on this annual day to inspire and motivate young minds to showcase their talents and realize their potential. Our school has always believed that the children are the future that will help in making our country great and encourage that idea. Annual Day is an important occasion for all of us because apart from the fact that it celebrates the success of the student, it also highlights the success of a school has achieved from the past 12 years in the field of education and sports. This platform is also an opportunity to welcome our chief guest of the evening today. On behalf of SSVM family, I would like to extend my hearty welcome to our esteemed, vibrant and charming chief guest, Mr. Jacob Thomas, President of Good Shepherd International School, and we are very fortunate to have a guest of honor, a woman with a vision, a great humanitarian and a philanthropist, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, Senior Vice President, Student and Welfare, Good Shepherd International School, Ottagaman. It's truly a blessing to welcome them as the chief guest of our annual day. We welcome you, sir and ma'am. In order to discover truth, we must be truthful ourselves and must welcome those who point out our errors as heartily as those who approve and confirm our discoveries. It is my honor to welcome the aspiring and charismatic leader, our correspondent ma'am, Dr. Manimekalai Mohan, our directors of SSVM institutions, Ms. Shrisha Mohandas ma'am and Nitin J. sir, Counselor of SSVM institutions, Swami Lalitananda ma'am, CEO of SSVM institutions, Mrs. Maya George ma'am, and Executive Principal of SSVM Cambridge, Mr. Venunanda Pillai sir. Every individual is talented in their way. Everyone has their area of interest, hobbies, and passion. Scoring well in academics or being a topper is one thing, but the inner talent that everyone has is another. One should identify what their passion is and work accordingly despite any societal pressure. Undoubtedly, we are very fortunate to have such teachers, trainers, and instructors who recognize these talents. Really, one of the joys of teaching is to draw that creative, academic, and sporting potential out of the students. With pleasure, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the principals of SSVM institutions and all the teachers and support staffs who are an important part of the school and my fellow students. Before the program starts, I would like to welcome all the parents who have always supported us in spreading the light of knowledge. We thank you for your gracious presence. We welcome change and openness. We believe that freedom and security go together, that the advance of human liberty can only strengthen the cause of world peace. Once again, welcoming you all to this spectacular event. Sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
We now request correspondent ma'am, Shrisha ma'am, and Nitin sir to felicitate the chief guest.
Here we have the annual report for the year 2021-2022 of our institutions. SSVM institutions' highest accolades. With immense pleasure, we proudly record here that Dr. Manimekalai Mohan, the Managing Trustee and Correspondent of SSVM institutions, has been awarded with the Pioneer Award in Education by Economic Times, Femina Icons 2020, awarded to mark the journey of consistency in providing quality education by Femina Magazine, Achievers Award in School Education 2021 by South Madras Club, Women Achievers Award 2022 by the Government of Maharashtra in the presence of the Governor, Shri Bhagat Singh Koshyari. We also have been decorated with the following awards by Manipal Educational Global Alliance Mega 2021. SSVM Cambridge International School, the Best Emerging International School. SSVM World School, Best Infrastructure and World-Class Facilities. Reed's World School, Experiential and Joyful Learning. SSVM School of Excellence, Excellence in Technology and Blended Learning. We are privileged to declare the honours bestowed by Education Today, Dr. Manimekalai Mohan, Founder and Managing Trustee, SSVM Institutions, Education Icon of the Year and India's prestigious Jury Award, SSVM World School, Most Reputed School of the Year and Outstanding Contribution in Early Years of Education, ranked number 1 in Coimbatore, CBSE, city-wise, SSVM School of Excellence, Tech School of the Year, city-wise, Coimbatore, under the national category CBSE Parameter, ranked number 1 in Student Advancement and Mentoring, Reed's World School, Virtual School of the Year, city-wise, Coimbatore, ranked number 1 in Leadership in Quality Management, Sri Saraswati Vidya Mandir School, Great Legacy in Education, KG to Grade 12, under category of Top 20 Day-cum Boarding Schools, ranked number 1 in Coimbatore and Tamil Nadu and number 8 in India, Emerging International School, SSVM World School, a Cambridge International School. Education World has also vested our institutions with the following awards. SSVM World School ranked number 1 in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu and India for its campus architecture and design. SSVM Group of Institutions ranked number 2 in India and for the most respected education brand. Alumni Achievers. The following students from SSVM World School have cleared their NEET exams and have secured admissions in various medical colleges. Academic distinctions. We achieved 100% best results in the CBSE Class 10 and 12 examinations 2020-2021. In senior
Global
secondary
Lifetime
examination,
Achievement in Education,
Abhishek H,
Dr. Manimekalai
Ritvik
Mohan.
Menon C, and
Global
Kavivarsha
Edupreneur
N
Award,
of World
Ms.
School
Risha Mohandas.
stood school first with
SSVM
488,
Institutions,
Gautam
School of the Year,
Sivasubramaniam
Day
and
and
Ritik
Residential,
Raja school
2022.
second with 487, Abhishek school third with 486. In secondary examination, Janani Nagarajan of World School stood school first with 497, Angeline Inia Jyoth Sudagar, Jayavardhani Madhavan, school second with 488, Deeptika S, school third with 487. The most spectacular events of the year. The Investiture Ceremony. The Investiture Ceremony of the schools was held in the presence of our Managing Trustee and Correspondent, Dr. Manimekalai Mohan. Virtual Inauguration. SSVM World School, with pride, offered the Cambridge Early Years and Cambridge Primary Program for the academic year 2021-2022. On June 11th, the virtual inauguration ceremony of SSVM Cambridge International School was headed by our founder and managing trustee, Dr. Manimekalai Mohan, and Mr. Dilip Kotapadat, the regional manager, CAIE South India. We are elated to announce that we are the first Cambridge Early Years Centre in South India. EduTalk, a platform initiated to help the learning community and beyond listen to experts across various fields. Ms. Risha Mohandas, Director of Education, SSVM Institutions, has live conversations with the people in limelight such as Abhishek Bachchan, Dr. Ashwath Duraisamy, N.S. Sipovich, Anirudh Thapa, Vita Dani, Vijay Prakash, etc. on various topics that will cultivate more healthy and comprehensive healthcare routine for all, especially the student community. On 25th September 2020, Dr. Manimekalai Mohan, Correspondent and Managing Trustee of SSVM Institutions, had a virtual interview at Chances and Choices with Gobinath Chandran, a motivational speaker, and an inspirational speech in Kanavu Meipada series hosted by Mr. N. Venkatesh, founder, Innovative HR and Training Services Private Limited. Dr. Manimekalai Mohan was one of the speakers for panel discussion on New Education Policy 2020 organized by the World Education Summit and APAC Global Education and Skill Conclave hosted by Collegiate and Technical Education Department. Crowning celebrations. The 75th Independence Day celebrations was celebrated with patriotic fervour and enthusiasm. Raksha Bandhan, Janmashtami, Moharram, Onam, Vinayaka Chaturthi, Diwali, Children's Day, Teachers' Day, Christmas and New Year, and Pongal was celebrated with great zeal and vigour. Our 73rd Republic Day was celebrated remembering the responsibility and the role of each individual in protecting and preserving the heritage of our country. Awareness programs and camps. Padma Shri Mr. Subbiah Arunan, ISRO, Project Director of Mars Orbiter Mission, created an awareness for our students about ISRO and its projects. He and his team were responsible for building the spacecraft to Mars in the Mangalyaan mission, put in features such as new communication system, designing solar power cells, developing navigation software, etc. SSVM World School celebrated the World Environment Day. The need to improve environmental health for healthier communities during the global recovery were highlighted. COVID vaccination drive was organized by the Health Department of Coimbatore for the senior students. A fire extinguisher demo was organized by the Fire and Safety Department of Coimbatore on the 4th of February 2022 for all the students at SSVM World School. Yoga. International Yoga Day was celebrated virtually, and the excitement of the children were seen as they performed along with their family members. In the Phoenix Book of World Record, 8 students were awarded for participating in various competitions from SSVM World School. Badminton. Harish Karthik of Class 9, SSVM World School, had bagged the first place in badminton conducted by Tirupur Association. Karate. Harris of SSVM World School bagged the 3rd place in karate conducted by GEM Martial Arts. Uniform Services. NCC Army Wing. The NCC Army Wing was inaugurated on 16th November 2021 at SSVM World School. The chief guests, Colonel JPS Chauhan, Commanding Officer, and Lieutenant Colonel B. Bharat, Administrative Officer, inaugurated for World School and School of Excellence. Department of Maths inaugurated their monthly events in the month of July. The students from grade 1 to 8 participated with great enthusiasm. Department of Science. Our school celebrated the National Science Day this academic year to commemorate the remarkable work of the physicist C.V. Raman in the field of light scattering. Gyan Vigyan, which is literally translated as knowledge invention, was inaugurated by the Science Department in the month of October. Department of Hindi. In the month of December, the Hindi Department inaugurated and conducted diverse activities wherein the students gave a zealous performance to mask their talents. Department of Tamil. In the month of November, the Department of Tamil celebrated Tamil Elakkiya Mandravira, Space Science Program. To instigate the discovery of thinking in new ways for the budding scientists, a 5-day program with exuberant activities was scheduled. It comprised of space, exploration and astronomy, including the phases of the moon. An enthralling day with virtual zoo and marine life and biodiversity in the Amazon forest. Adieu 2020-2021 SSVM World School. Farewell ceremony was the most memorable day of the year, where our crew of teachers bid farewell to the outgoing students of SSVM Grade 12. SSVM family wished them all the best to make their fortune ahead. Workshops and orientations. Dr. Ben organized an orientation for the staff on 10th of August 2021, highlighting the need to face challenges especially during the pandemic situations, in a very positive outlook. Mr. Venu Nanda Pillai's orientation, based on Cambridge curriculum, was organized for students and teachers on 23rd December 2021 at SSVM Moshrama Conventional Hall. Swachh Bharat orientation was conducted on 2nd March 2022 for the students. Mr. C. Srinivasan from the Solid and Resource Management threw light upon Garbage to Gold scheme, the importance of collecting waste and time for the right regeneration as resource. Mr. Rakesh Khatri, Limca, the Nest Man of India, the founder of Eco Roots Foundation, conducted an educative workshop on 23rd of February at SSVM World School. The students were educated on the need to save birds for our ecosystem. They were taught to make nests using eco-friendly materials. Excellence begets excellence. We thank our management for their continued guidance and inspiration. Our thanks go out to our dear parents for their constant support and cooperation throughout. Inspiring wishes to all the champs who made the school proud with their performance. Thank you.
To be inspired is a gift. To be an inspiration is an honor.
We welcome our eminent chief guest to address the gathering.
I hope and pray that SSVM grows to new heights of glory with every passing day under the strong and inspiring leadership of Dr. Mani Mogle. And that this school inspires strong and enduring and enterprising leaders for years to come. Congratulations to all the awardees today, and also congratulations to all the teachers who helped you along your journey. And all the very best to all of you for a bright and fulfilling future. Thank you all.
Thank you. We congratulate all the winners for their spectacular performances this year.
We also thank our dear parents for their constant support and motivation. Let's give them a big round of applause. The Sangam landscape, Agathinai, is inner classification, the name given to a poetic device that was characteristic of love poetry in classical Tamil Sangam literature. The core of the device was the categorization of poems into different thinais or modes, depending on the nature, location, mood, and type of relationship represented by the poem. Each thinai was closely associated with a particular landscape and imagery associated with that landscape. Its flowers, trees, wildlife, people, climate, and geography. These are Kurinji, mountainous regions associated with union; Mulai, forests associated with waiting; Maridam, cropland associated with quarreling; and Neithal, seashore associated with pining. The fifth, Palai or desert, associated with separation. Kurinji, mountainous region. The people of this region were known by the names Kanavar, Bedar, and Kuravar, whose prime occupation was hunting, honey harvesting, and millet cultivation. The Bedars or Vetavars were the main hunters. Kanavars hunted elephants and pigs. The Kuravas or Kundravas were forest cultivators. Their headmen were known as Vedpan, Porupan, and Silamban. Their totems included Murugan under the name Sayon, the Veil, Spear of Murugan, the Tiger, and the tree Vengai. Their settlements were known as Sirikkudi, and their place names attached the suffixes Kurichi and Malai. Love in this setting is exemplified by Murugan, and one of his wives, Balli, the daughter of a mountain dweller. There is a mountain called Ballimalai or Balliverpur, not far from the village of Merpatti in the Tonde Nadu country. In a village beneath the hill lived a hunter named Nambi. All his children being boys, he longed for a little girl. On the mountain slope, an ascetic by the name of Sivamuni was engaged in austerities. In due time, the gazelle gave birth to a girl in a pit dug out by the women of the hunter tribe when they searched for the tubers of edible yam. The female deer, having found out that she had given birth to a strange being, abandoned the child, which was discovered by the hunter chief Nambi and his wife. Overwhelmed with joy, they took the little girl to their hut and named her Valli. The sage Narada, who visited Vallimalai and saw the girl, went to Thanigai to inform god Murugan about Valli's exceptional beauty and her devotion to the god of the hunters. Murugan assumed the form of a hunter, and as soon as he arrived at Valli's field, he addressed the lovely girl, inquiring after her home and family. When Nambi and his company disappeared, the god reappeared in human form, approached Valli and told her that he would like to marry her. Valli warned Murugan that the hunters are wild and angry men, and the god transformed into an old Saiva devotee. Nambi and his hunters took his blessings and returned home. Mullai, the forest region. Mullai, the land of the forest, is rich with lakes, waterfalls, teak, bamboo, and sandalwood. In this region, millet grows and wild bees are a source of honey. Mullai or jasmine is the flower of the forest. The inhabitants were known as Kovalar, Ayar, and Idayar, whose occupation included livestock, shifting cultivation, husbandry, and dairy farming. The Kovalars were cowherders and the Ayar were pastoralists involved in cattle herding. The theme of the forest and of shepherds at play, the image of confident waiting for the loved one, produced an original offshoot. The title of the poem Mullai Patter refers to the creeper Mullai that carries sweet-smelling flowers in the jungles of South India, states Chellaya. It metonymically connotes the jungle home and sweet wife a warrior chieftain left when he went on his military campaign. He promised to return before the rains. The rains have come, are falling abundantly, but neither has her husband returned, nor a word about him has come. She is worried and in grief. She and her maids pray in a temple for his return, making offerings. They seek omens and words of guess. She tries to be patient, but can't hide her sorrow. Then she hears the trumpeting approach of victorious troops, signaling the return of her husband. She is filled with joy. Marudam, the cropland. Indiran, the god of thunderstorm, is the god of Marudam land. The inhabitants were known as Uravar, Velanmadar, Thoruvar, and Kadayar, whose occupations were involved in agriculture. The Uravar were the plowers, the Velanmadars and Thoruvar the tillers, and the Kadayars were the farm workers. Their headmen were known as Mahinan, Uran, and Manayal. Their settlements were known as Perur. Marudam Thinai refers to the paddy fields in adjoining lands. It gets its name from the flowering Marudam tree which grows in farmlands. People work in fields, sowing, weeding, and cultivating. The occupation of the people is mainly agriculture. Agriculture produces more food, which helps the population to grow a variety of food grains, pulses, vegetables, and spices. Products are sold at a weekly village, in the farmer's village, or in a neighboring village. The tender shoots and flowers of the neem tree are eaten as a vegetable in India. A soup-like dish called Vepam Puchare in Tamil, made of the flower of neem, is prepared in Tamil Nadu. Pongal is one of the biggest harvest festivals that is celebrated annually in January. Pongal is a 4-day festival where the first day is devoted to Lord Indra, second is about worshipping the sun, the third day is dedicated to worshipping cows, and the fourth one is about following the traditional Pongal rituals. Jallikattu or Sallikattu is derived from Salli, coins, and Kattu, package, which refers to a prize of coins that is tied to the bull's horns and that participants attempt to retrieve. Manjuvirattu literally means bull chasing. Nadal, the seashore. Nadal Tanai corresponds to seashore and adjoining terrains. Kuvalai or Karanir or Nadal flower is mentioned as the native flower and hence the name Nadal Tanai. Lord Kadalon, also known as Varunan, was worshipped by the native people. The Nadal terrain is known for seashore and adjoining coastal land. Serpan, Pulamban, Parati and Nurechi were the primary inhabitants. Nulayar, Nulaichir, Baradar, Baratir, Alavar and Alatir were the secondary inhabitants. The fishermen engaged in fishing from ocean using fishing net. Women folk barter fish and salt and get paddy, meat and wine. Lovers of this land suffered due to longer separation during sunset and early summer season. They bravely wait for their return and carry on with their daily routine with happiness and contentment. Palai, the dry land. Palai Thinai corresponds to parched wasteland or desert terrain land. Palai flower is mentioned as the native flower and hence the name Palai Thinai. Dry wells and stagnated water were the sources for water. The people inhabiting this region are known as Ainar, Maravar and Kalvar, who were involved in waylaying, highway robbery and soldiering. The Ainar were hunters who hunted with a bow. The Maravar were soldiers and the Kalvar were robbers. Their chiefs were known as Mili, Vidalai and Kalai. Their settlements were known as Kurumpu. Kotravai, the mother goddess and goddess of war, is worshipped here. Now I call upon Janani Nagarajan of grade 11 to propose the vote of thanks.
What an outstanding event of Annual Prize Day it was. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Jacob Thomas, and our guest of honor, Mrs. Sarah Jacob, for sparing their valuable time for us and gracing this event. Your thoughts have motivated all of us. Thank you, sir and mum, for your presence and guidance. Further, I wish to express my deep sense of gratitude towards correspondent mum, Shrisha mum, Nitin sir, and respected principals who have taken great efforts to prepare and organize this function. We are highly grateful to all the students and parents for supporting us and taking part in this event with great enthusiasm. Our students have given incredible performances worthy of recognition. Next, I thank our technical support and service providers of light, sound, and photography who helped make this event lively. I would like to express our appreciation for all known and unknown hands that contributed, and all of you present here for making the time to be with us today and helping us make this event a grand success. Thank you, one and all.